G'day, rolling away. Friday night, 3rd of November. Today was the last day of pre-polling. That wraps up 2 weeks, long 2 weeks. Pre-polling was open to everyone this year, so it was more important than usual, I'm told. For me anyway, it always was going to be pretty important because I just don't have the manpower to do coverage. The election's tomorrow. Polls are at polling booths, all the usual ones. The schools, Hannaford Centre, Jimmy Little, the secondary school, open 8 till 6, bit wet in the morning, but if you haven't voted yet, get down there. For those of you who are at booths away from Birch Grove, Balmain, maybe Orange Grove and Rozelle schools, Little Nick down this end of town, may not get up to, for the people of Annandale, North Annandale, got to apologise, just haven't been able to get over there and make myself as known as I maybe would have liked. Probably won't get across to your booths, but 0429 690261's my phone number. Give me a ring anytime during the day if you want to have a chat. Have a look on my website. I have leaflet dropped over there at least once and 1.5, 2 times over the last couple of months. 4 months ago as well, before the delay. Hopefully you've got enough information to poke about and find me online. It's not for want of ignoring you, just simply thin on the ground. Tomorrow, a bit less intense than the last couple of weeks, probably just because of the fact that, you know, I'll be bouncing around some booths. I'll be at Birch Grove Primary School mostly, and Balmain Primary School, 2 of the main booths. My home territory, I know lots of people, so I'm going to have, enjoy it a bit tomorrow. Not that it hasn't been enjoyable, but, coming up to the last day. Obviously, you can tell I'm pretty tired. Long days, last couple of days, very hot yesterday, 9 hours straight outside the Hannaford. Haranguing you all, trying to get you to vote. And today was another long one. So I'm about to go and crash. Just some observations on the last few weeks. Just, I've always had kind of healthy sort of respect for people who get involved in this. More so now, this is hard work for all of us. Not just, it's easy to throw rocks at the big parties, but everyone's absolutely working hard. Nobody's taking this for granted. And, the parties, they're mostly made up of local volunteers anyway. So even though they've probably got more resources to spend on signs and things, still got to put the long days in. There's been a certain degree of, camaraderie on our booth there, as I'm told it is usually the case. And a little bit of, a bit of argy-bargy, but nothing serious. Mostly it's been pretty much a friendly kind of thing. Good opportunity for me to have a look at how the other candidates, how they roll, what their personalities are like and so forth. Great learning opportunity, or a great opportunity to see how it's done and see what works, what doesn't. So just been a fantastic experience. For me personally, I've won a few votes. I know I got, one. I've got quite a few, and to my friends who backed me, I just can't thank you enough for that. Even more so to strangers who've, decided to give me a go, and there's quite a few of you, which is great. Thank you for that, and I'll do my best. And the thing about being at the booth, it's really true what they say with local politics. You're there, you do get the chance to chat to someone, to introduce yourself, maybe change their mind, maybe convince you. So that's been a really lovely part of the process. As an independent, generally pretty positive. I haven't had time to piss everyone off yet, so mostly it's been really positive, very little unpleasantness. It's not a natural thing, is it, to stand out in public and say you're fantastic and do something for me, vote for me, give me a job. But mostly people have been pretty happy, and I guess it's that thing about someone having a go. So good on you, Balmain and Rozelle and Balmain-Baludarri ward, for a really positive experience, and bracing at times, as I said before in the mid-part, humbling. You realise your flaws and shortcomings, and also you realise that I think what I said before, the great thing about democracy is that it doesn't matter how clever you think you are, or how incredibly knowledgeable you are on issues, or how big your ego is. The reality is there's 20,000 people, voters, who live in this ward, and we're all equally valid. So you've got to just, that's what it's all about, incorporating everyone in our little village, and that's really the only way to really drive that home, is to stand out and watch the world go by and talk to it and engage. And it's just been, I love doing that anyway. Everyone's got an interesting story to tell. Everyone's got some generous stuff to offer. I think as much as we get cynical about politicians, you've got to love people to really want to, to do this, and that's been a wonderful, wonderful exercise, so thanks all. As far as results go, firstly, as far as mechanics go, if you're still in doubt about how to vote or what you need to do or anything about me, as I said, my number's 0429 690 261. Give us a buzz. Google my name, you can find me. If you've got any doubts about how to vote, and what sort of mechanisms there are, go to the new electoral office website, elections.newsouthwales.gov.au, or just Google local electorates. You can always go into any of your normal booths and talk to one of the returning officers or one of the electoral staff, and they can help you out. Booths are open 8 till 6 tomorrow. As for how it's gone, so it's very hard anecdotally. Good support for the Labor Party. It's a Labor area. Good showing for the Greens. John Stamos has picked up I've picked up a few. No real idea as to what the results are going to look like. So it's going to be really interesting. I reckon if I had to put money on the de-amalgamation poll, just anecdotally, I reckon it might be a slightly more than marginal yes vote, but I really don't know. I haven't really focused on that too much. Thanks to all. Thanks to my fellow candidates, as it was a terrific experience, and I have a lot of respect for all five, and their support teams, the Greens, the ALP, John's guys. Benji was down there a few days as well. So just a really positive experience in that score. Good luck to you all. Results, maybe we'll get an indication from the poll kind of accumulating numbers on Saturday night, but there's a weird thing with the pre-poll voting, even though it's beforehand, they don't add the totals to the whole overall thing till afterwards, apparently. If it's close, it may take us a little while to find a result, but we should have a good indication, by the end of the weekend. So keep your fingers crossed. Thanks again to all those who've been encouraging and supporting me. I'm going to head off to bed shortly. I'll maybe give it a few days down the track, and I might do a bit of a post-election wrap-up. Now I'm going to go and fall into bed. I'm cramping up as well. Long day standing. Be thankful that this is a fairly small beer, local democracy, but it's, geez, it's better to have a democracy than not. Right? So I'm very thankful for that. Cheers. Good luck, everyone. And now it's over to you, the voters. Woohoo. Cheers all. See you at the poll booth tomorrow.